Hi guys, I was asked to do a short video on hay fever. This is the time of the year obviously when pollen counts get really high and people are suffering with itchy eyes and blocked sinuses and coughing and sore throats. Everyone knows who suffers with sinus and hay fever what it's like. So there are a few points that can really help with itchiness and heat in the head. I'm going to show them to you now, but first thing is that I learned through clients of mine is to check what time the pollen count is. It's normally between 11 and 5 is the highest time, but you can get an app, you can have a look on your phone in your own area, and that's the time not to dry your clothes outside, especially your sheets and pillowcases, because if you think about it, the pollen is sticking to them and then you're sleeping on them all night, so you're continuously having pollen in your body. So you need to dry your sheets and pillowcases inside and your clothes too, unfortunately, or else put them out after the pollen count, after 5 or before 11, take them in. Same thing with your windows, close your windows. And the other tip I got was local honey. I know it's quite difficult now to get out, but if you can, local honey is great because the bees are collecting the local pollen and making the honey. So therefore, you're taking in a small amount of the local pollen into your body every day. It's much better, obviously, to do this maybe from October, but it's a good thing to do it now because it might help during the summer. To have a spoonful of honey every day, local honey. There's no use buying the honey that is brought in from EU countries because it's pasteurized and it doesn't have the same effect. So with those tips then, the big points in acupuncture is large intestine 11, which is on your elbow. So you find the crease in your elbow, you come down that crease, feel your elbow bone and come over the bone. So you're this side of the bone and it can be tender enough. The crease just gives you a line to follow it. If you have your hand straight, it's no good. You need to bend your arm and then you follow the crease, feel the bone and come back over the bone. Okay, so you're just in over the bone and you'll feel that's tender, both sides. And it's when you have your arm bent, you come in. This is a great point for urticaria, so that's hives or itchiness. Again, just like the last videos, you need to take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And while you're breathing out, you press on exertion and out. Your body needs to be relaxed to feel the energy. You're working on a meridian called the large intestine, and there's no use you being tense, so relaxation is a big key to everything. And as I said about the vagus nerve, or Las Vegas nerve as we're calling it, once we can activate that is going to relax our whole body. And remember, when our body's relaxed, it's in growth and repair. We need to repair it, bring the histamine level down in the body with hay fever. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Find large intestine 11, find the crease, feel the bone, come back over the bone. You're coming in over the bone and you're pressing. A few times a day, absolutely great help. They do sell a little band in the chemist's shop, so if you can get into your chemist to ask them, they're like the C bands, but the little button on them will sit on this area, large intestine 11 for hay fever. I've seen it. My neighbour next door got it for her young boy and he found it really helpful because he'll just press on that point a few times a day. He did his breathing exercises just to really help large intestine 11. Now it's also a great point for heat in the head in any way. So if you're boned up and it's not hay fever, you just have a head cold, I'm inclined to have a little bit of a head cold at times, and at the moment I do. This is a great point. It's also great for high blood pressure. So it's really good for heat in the head. And the point that goes with it is large intestine 4. So in the web between your thumb and your index finger, you just come in about 1 thumb width. Okay, you can squeeze it up and you can see it's a mound and it's on that. So I'll post the pictures up exactly where they are. Now, when I'm needling, I have to be exact, but we're doing acupressure. So it's just a nice circle on your out breath, and you're getting that, okay? So that helps to bring it right down and out. The large intestine points here on either side of the nostrils as well by tongue. Large intestine 20, you can press up and release. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of lymph drainage because it's all in here, and if we can drain a bit of that, it's really helpful. But we have to drain it into something. So where it drains into is over the collarbone. Find your collarbones, okay, both sides, and with your hands like this, in this sort of shape, bring your fingers in over the collarbone, okay, this side, the neck side, over the collarbone, and press and wave back and forward, and press and wave back and forward, and the same. It's just to wake them up. The lymph glands are deep in there, so you need to do this a little bit deep. Don't hurt yourself, but you can see the redness on me, so I'm pressing and releasing. The rest of this is quite light, okay? So all you're doing is with your fingertips, you're placing them on the skin, holding them there for a few seconds, and stretch the skin. Just stretch it towards the collarbone. Stretch, hold, then release the pressure, but don't lose contact. So just stretch your skin, hold and release. It's just a stretch, hold and release. And again, stretch, hold and release, stretch, hold and release. Come up in front of your ear, on your face in the front here, and again, stretch, hold and release, stretch, hold and release, stretch, hold and release. Do the same on this side. Stretch, hold and release, stretch that skin, hold and release, stretch, hold and release, and again, front of the ear, stretch, hold and release, stretch, hold and release, stretch, hold and release. Now you've cleared these passageways to help everything flow. So lightly tap all across the sinuses if it's not too painful. It's just to move them. Lightly tap all around the top of the forehead. That's it. Lovely. Then you can press on the bone, your cheekbone, press and release. Just press. We're not stretching here at all. We're just pressing, press, and make sure it's the pads of your fingers, not your nails. You don't be sticking your nails in your eyes. That'll be lovely. So just press and release, and then lightly drain. Just really lightly drain, just like you're bringing it lightly. The lymph is actually interstitial lymph is between your epidermis and your dermis. It's very near the top of your skin. So the lighter you do this, the better it is. And then the stretching of the skin, just stretch, that's just to help it move. So then lightly and all the way down, just light all the way down, encouraging the lymph drainage. You can do this at the top of your head as well, because it's right in the head. It's everywhere, as you know yourself, if you're suffering at all with hay fever. If by any chance you have one of these silicone cups, they're very helpful, they're great. And you just squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. It's like a little kissing sound is what I call it when I'm teaching in school. It's kiss, 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 kiss. That's the stretch, and then draw it down. Kiss, 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 draw it down. If I'm using the cup, I'd use a medium like an oil on my skin. Or if I'm in the shower, I have my shower gel on, so it's great to use that. So don't forget, those of you who've studied with Obus are done, and if you have your little cups, use them. They're very helpful, okay? And they can really help to drain the sinuses. Otherwise, we've got our hands, it's great. Don't use an oil if you're using your hands, because you don't be slipping off. You need to stretch the skin a little bit and release. And then just really lightly help to drain. You're going to help to drain and all the way down, okay? Then you can do your Tarzan across your thymus. Ooh, that's just to bring up your immune system, help working the immune system, because we want to balance everything. We want to bring back, you're out of balance with hay fever. It's your histamine level has gone up, and it's like you're over fighting, so everything then is high. And we can kind of have itchiness and a rash because you've heat in the body. Another great thing that I learned to get rid of heat is pears. So if you're buying some fruit, have pear juice. It's really good, like eating the normal lovely juicy pears. Very good to bring down heat in the body. So I hope that helps, guys. Best of luck. Talk to you soon.